Today we're in Surah Az-Zumar, starting from the beginning of the juz, inshallah, in the middle of the surah. So the second half of Surah Az-Zumar is very famous, especially for the last page. But a few highlights, inshallah. On the second page of the juz, at the top of the second page, we're going to hear the purpose of revelation. Inna anzalna alayka al-kitaba lin-nasi bil-haqq. Indeed, this book, we sent it down upon you for all people with a purpose. فَمَنِ اهْتَدَى فَلِنَفْسِهِ وَمَنْ ضَلَّ فَإِنَّمَا يَضِلُّ عَلَيْهَا وَمَا أَنْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِوَكِيلٍ. Whoever follows the guidance, he's only doing it for his own benefit. And whoever doesn't follow the guidance, he's the only loser out of it. And you are not going to be held accountable for what they do. You are not entrusted with their well-being. You're just delivering the message. Allah is the one, that's the next ayah. Allahu yatawaffa al-anfusa hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha. Allah is the one who takes away the soul when it dies, as well as when a person falls asleep. As for the one who Allah has decreed, which way does it go? التي قضى عليها الموت ويرسل الأخرى. So the one that Allah has decided that that person will die, He doesn't send the soul back. But the one that was only sleeping, then Allah sends the soul back. Isn't that something to think about? That's what Allah says. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Isn't that something to think about? Further down the page, وَإِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَحْدَهُ اشْمَأَزَّتْ قُلُوبُ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ. People who don't believe that there is anything after this life, they don't understand the purpose, they don't understand the purpose of revelation, and they don't realize, they don't think about these things that Allah says, isn't that something to think about? When Allah is mentioned, their hearts get so irritated. Stop talking about this. Or when Quran is recited, stop reciting the Quran. Can we listen to something else instead? وَإِذَا ذُكِرَ الَّذِينَ مِن دُونِهِ إِذَا هُمْ يَسْتَبْشِرُونَ. Whenever other things than Allah are mentioned, then they become happy, then they enjoy. Now on the next page, also a very famous passage of the Quran. It's day 22 of Ramadan, night 22 we should say, of Ramadan. And faith goes up and down. I was talking to my shaykha, you could say, at school. She's a very knowledgeable elderly scholar in the school that we have. I was telling her this Ramadan has been difficult. She said it's always going to be like this. Some good ones, some bad ones. Sometimes faith, iman is high, sometimes iman is not. So Allah says, يا أيها الذين قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم. Oh, tell my slaves, O Prophet, tell my slaves, whoever feels like they have أسرفوا على أنفسهم, they have been extravagant with their own selves, or they have gone beyond the what was better for themselves. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. Never despair from the mercy of Allah. Day 22 of Ramadan means there's another 8. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. Allah forgives Allah altogether forgives all the sins. Altogether. إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. I already gave a parable like this, so I'll give another one. You know, in the gym, they have adjustable height for the hoops. So that when small kids come to play, they lower the hoop. And when bigger kids are playing, they put the hoop at the regular size. If no kids come to play, then what's the point of having the adjustable height on the hoop? If a gym is designed and it has the adjustable height, and then there's never any elementary game, then what a waste. Allah is Ghafoor. That's the quality of Allah, that He's there to forgive. What would be the point if you don't ask Him to forgive? You see, the perspective that we have about the names of Allah, Allah is Ghafoor, Allah loves to forgive. Yes, but Allah is not designed like this, but just like an adjustable hoop is designed for a purpose, Allah is Ghafoor for a purpose. And so if we don't ask Allah to forgive us, then what's the point of Him being Ghafoor? What's the point of Him loving to forgive? What's the point of all these names of Allah if we don't turn to Him for that? Subhanallah. And then in the next few ayahs, Allah says, now take advantage of the time that you have. If you've realized that all this time has gone by and you weren't at the top of your game, then don't just sit and do nothing about it. Step by step, just improve your game. Inshallah. And then you have the last page of the surah where Allah describes people being moved to the hellfire. And when they get there, suddenly the doors open and angels ask, didn't you know about this? Didn't you get a messenger telling you what was going to happen? And they say, yes, we did, but we didn't listen. And Allah talks about the people who are being brought to Jannah in large groups. And way before they get there, they can tell that the gates are open. And the angels are calling them to come. You did good, keep coming, you did good. Until when they enter into Jannah, they hear the best thing that they've ever heard in their life. The angels are moving about and reciting the praises of Allah. Subhanallah. May Allah enter us into Jannah. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.